following video will instruct you on how to understand and navigate the Backroom inventory program for dirt cheap and treasure hunt stores. Stores typically receive all merchandise from one of the Channel Control Merchant warehouse locations. Every pallet of merchandise that is prepared to be shipped will have a designated destination that is decided by the corporate office. All decisions to send merchandise is based off the needs of the store at that time. Once a decision has been made on what type of merchandise is needed, the warehouse will then process these pallets of merchandise to be shipped to that specific store's location. Once items have been shipped, they will be loaded onto your location on the Backroom inventory program. Let's take some time to learn how to locate and navigate this Backroom inventory program. The inventory program is located on the computer that is most commonly referred to as the SBO computer. Once you double-click on the SBO icon, you will be on the CCM Store Back Office screen. The options on this screen are Exit, Till Management, Utilities, and Reports. Today, we will concentrate on the Backroom inventory program that is found under the Utilities option. Once you have selected the Backroom inventory option, the Backroom inventory will appear. You can enlarge this screen by selecting the Maximize button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. The information on this screen allows you to review the content of each store's backroom. This information will be helpful in many aspects. A store manager may use this information to see what a current truck will be delivering. A district manager can use this information for a backroom capacity report. But perhaps the most important feature of this program is that when it is used correctly, it will help personnel at the corporate office decide what merchandise a store requires. A successful manager of any store environment understands that the merchandise they receive is a very critical part of any retail operation. In this tutorial, we will discuss how to begin using this program. To have an accurate inventory, you must learn how to navigate and delete pallets as they are worked out of the back room onto the sales floor. When a pallet is loaded to be shipped to a store, it will automatically update to your store's backroom inventory. The pallet will be delivered to a store, be unloaded, and as the store personnel work the merchandise to an empty pallet, the store's manager will need to delete the pallet from this grid. Therefore, a running accurate inventory will be available. Let's begin by reviewing the options on the left panel of the screen. The first option is the OK button. This will allow you to exit the program once you have completed any tasks. The next option is the Cancel option. This will exit you out of the program as well. This button will not cancel pallet deletions. We will discuss pallet deletions in more depth very shortly. The Clear Groupings button will be to clear any selections of pallets that you have made on the screen. The next option that is available is the Save Layout option. This will allow you to save any layout that you find to be the easiest to navigate on this program. The Date-Time grouping will allow you to sort different dates, days, months, and even sort by the year. The Export XLS option allows you to export this information to a file. Some stores may not be able to view this file on the SBO computer at this time. This is not a function that you are required to use, nor do you have a need for it to be used at this time. The next function, Print Preview, may be very useful to a store manager. This will allow you to print the information you are viewing on the screen. This function may be an option you will use when updating your backroom pallets of merchandise. The final option will allow you to refresh the information that is on the screen. On the bottom of this screen, you may find some quick important information. The total in this box will tell you how many pallets are in your backroom inventory. The toolbar on the top of this screen will allow you to group pallets of merchandise, sort pallets by different categories and dates. These options will also allow you to locate all merchandise information that is available on the pallets in the backroom. The first column we will discuss is the stock number column. This is the information on the pallet tickets that identify what stock is assigned to the merchandise that is in the actual pallet. By selecting the drop-down button, you have the options to select pallets that have a particular stock number that you are looking for. Simply select the stocks you want by clicking the box next to the number of that particular stock. If you would like for all stock numbers to be available again, you will select All in the drop-down box. If you are not able to view the entire title of a column, you can drag the line to the right of the title, closer or further from the title, whatever you would like to see. The next column we will review is the main category. This will tell you the main description on the pallets that are available in your backroom. To select specific stock categories, you will use the drop-down button to select the type of category you are searching for. You may search for certain categories to see what is available, or you may use this sort to delete a stock that you completed working out of the backroom. For instance, if you would like to search domestics, you will select the box to the left of the domestics title. Once you have selected domestics, you will be able to view all domestic pallets that are available. The total of available domestics on your current backroom inventory would be 72. When deleting pallets, you can select one pallet at a time, or you can select the entire page by selecting Ctrl-A on your computer keyboard. If your store has completed putting out all of the pallets of merchandise on the sales floor, then you can right-click and mark Selected Rows out of Backroom. You can select as many categories at once that you would like. To view all of the pallets and the information related to the pallets, you can simply scroll up and down on this screen. Another option you will have when searching or sorting pallets is the Pallet ID column. To view all of the pallet numbers that are available, you will use the drop-down arrow. Once you have chosen and highlighted the pallets you would like to delete, you may right-click and mark Selected Rows out of the backroom. If you decide you do not want to delete these pallets that you have selected, then you may use the Clear Groupings option. You must remember that once pallets are deleted, they will not be able to be added back to this inventory list. To have all pallets loaded on the screen again, you will use the drop-down arrow and select All. The ID column does not provide any necessary information to store personnel. The next column will allow you to view the store ID. By selecting a certain store, this will allow you information that is available for this store's backroom inventory. The stock name column allows you to search all pallets by the stock name. The stock name is the name that is associated with the particular stock number on all pallets of merchandise. You can view all stock names available by scrolling through the list of names. The next column is extended information that is available on the main categories. This is additional information that is made available if needed. Some pallets may have a subcategory available. If this is available, it will be found in this column. Pallets that have a piece count will be available in the piece count column. You can search this column by using the drop-down box and scrolling through what is available. The last column is the ship date column. This column has the ship date that is assigned to the pallets that have been sent to a store. This column allows you many different options that you can view by scrolling through the drop-down box. If you would like to search all pallets that have been shipped in the last 30 days, you will select the box on the left side. When you begin to utilize the Backroom Inventory program, you must take a few additional steps to start out with an accurate report. All stores will have at least 30 days worth of shipments available in this program when first launching. You will be allowed to sort these pallets in ascending or descending order by clicking on the column box. To have an accurate backroom inventory, you must delete all pallets off this list that are not available in the backroom. Most of these pallets should typically have already been put on the sales floor. If you find any pallets in the back room that are not listed on this inventory, then you should contact your district manager for guidance. Any pallets that are not listed that are in the back room should immediately be placed on the sales floor or sent back to a CCM distribution center. By Again, if you have any questions regarding pallet discrepancies, then you should contact your district manager. How a manager identifies and keeps an accurate inventory will depend on every manager's preferences. The suggested option when deleting pallets that have been placed on the sales floor is to sort the columns by stock number and main category. These two pieces of information should be the most useful when deciding what type of merchandise to send to a store. Any manager can be more specific when sorting pallets. However, you will not want to spend too much time on looking for a certain pallet ID number. When stocks and categories are sent to a store, there may easily be a pallet ID discrepancy. When sorting by a stock number, you will have all pallet information as you expand the columns. As you can see, you have 18 pallets available under stock number 88 and 1 pallet available under stock number 91. Again, to see all stock numbers that are available, you will select All under the drop-down box under the stock number column. This will display all stocks available that are in the back room. You can try sorting by main category and then stock number as well. This will show you the main category first, then all stock numbers that are available under this particular category. As you scroll down, you will see that you have 10 pallets of food available as well. If you would like to see how many health and beauty pallets are available, you will simply expand this column. If you would like to explore the backroom inventory by ship date, you will drag this column to the left portion of the top toolbar. To save this layout, select the Save Layout option. To print this report, you may select Print Preview. Once you are on the Print Preview screen, you will have the option to view and print. From this point, you can still select all pallets that are labeled as an accessory category. If you would like to delete all pallets that are accessories, you would click right and mark Selected Rows out of Backroom. If you decide that you are not going to delete the selected rows, you can use the Clear Groupings option. Now that we have reviewed the basic functions and the inventory program on the SBO, we will discuss additional ways to view this information. District managers in particular will need to be able to use the backroom inventory as a tool to manage this information for the stores in their district. To begin, you must first log in to DT Remote with unique credentials that have been issued to you. Once you have successfully logged in to DT Remote, the program will begin to load. On the top of the screen, you will see several options that are available. You will select Inventory Manager and then select District Manager Tools. A drop-down menu from this point will give you the option to view backroom inventory. You will now have the option to choose a date range. Once you have selected your desired dates, you will select OK. You will now be on the backroom inventory screen. You have the option to maximize this screen as well. In DT Remote, you will have many options available when sorting this report as previously discussed in the SBO program. If you would like to view the stores that are in your district only, you may sort by store ID and any other information that you desire. Once you have selected your layout, you can use the Save Layout option. Notice, if you exit out of the backroom inventory in DTR and open the backroom inventory program again, you will be able to view the information in the format that you saved. You will now easily be able to select the stores that you would like to view. The purpose of this inventory program is to keep an accurate running backroom inventory in each store. Now that the management has the ability to view and update all backroom pallets, this tool must be utilized. To have the most accurate inventory possible, management must decide what option works best. Management is encouraged to delete pallets that have been put on the sales floor daily. All backroom inventories must be accurate and complete by the end of business day on every Wednesday. If you have any questions, please contact your district manager.